Well, good evening, Lacrosse fans, and welcome inside the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Tonight, MSL action right here from the ILA. It is the Brooklin Redmen against the Six Nations Pro Fit Chiefs. Spencer Tangway back here with the Six Nations Chiefs alongside my great friend and partner, Daryl Smart, for tonight's MSL action. It's a game that both teams needs the win as we head into the halfway point of the 2018 MSL season as we are underway. Six Nations at home wearing their blue uniforms with the white shoulder trim, and Brooklyn in white wearing the red and blue shoulder trim. Referees tonight are Mark Thompson and Brent Colombe. As the ball starts off on the far side, picked up by the Brooklyn Redmen, and they'll take over on this first full possession. Brooklyn will run from right to left as that was shot, sending it across the floor now to the near side. Brooklyn starting off strong left with 15 on the shot clock. Up top. Now tonight, in the middle, the shot right at the stomach and head of Angus Goodleaf as he makes the stop. Goodleaf gets the start tonight for the Six Nations Chiefs, whereas the other side of the floor, it is Zach Higgins. We apologize with the audio difficulties back here at the ILA. A scoreless game as the stop made by Higgins. Low underhand shot, scores. Found the short side was Dan Littner, and Littner makes it 1-0 for the Brooklyn Redmen. Just a quick transition goal from Brooklyn. Up the floor here on the near side. Littner, just a low underhand shot that beat Goodleaf off the post. As Littner only appearing in his third MSL game, already his 16th point of this 2018 campaign. Face off, one back by the Six Nations Chiefs, trying to find an answer here at home. 3-4 so far in the season, looking to climb back to the 500 mark, sitting currently fourth in the MSL standings. Ball to the far side. Loose ball battle is going to be picked up by the Brooklyn Redmen. And Brooklyn's just going to peel away from the bench and settle things down, and look a lot of change. Watkinson peeled off. He goes for the change. Gets the offensive unit out for Brooklyn. Shanks dished off, gets the ball back. Shanks the shot, denied by Angus Goodleaf. Goodleaf up the floor. Couldn't connect with McKay. And now Brooklyn settles things down. McKay, of course, announced to the Team Canada roster for the upcoming World Championships in Israel. A lot of players, of course, going away for the World Championships, so the MSL will look a little bit different in just about 3 weeks' time. They swing it east-west across the floor. That shot off the left pad of Goodleaf. He steps out of his crease and sends that one up to Tyson Bell. Bell flips off, and now he'll go for the change. Settling things down, here's Kyle Jackson. Jackson, a really strong year with the Chiefs last year, starting with an AP and then coming up to finish the year off as one of those guys that you could count on every single night. 5 on the shot clock. Jackson has it up top. Jackson, good, almost faked out Higgins as that was looking like he was going to be a pass to the center, but it ends up going right on net. And now Brooklyn back the other way. Brooklyn, with no numbers, a 3-on-5, pull it all the way out, and they'll settle an offense. Swings it over to the far side. The shot off the shoulder and into the protective netting behind the net, so it stays possession for the Redmen. Littner started with it up top. Now they come. Here's Knight. Down low to Littner, into the middle. And a possession call right back to Brooklyn. Keenan sets the seal, slips to the middle, picked up off the turf, though, by Curtis Knight. Knight on his wrong side of the floor. Settles things down by bringing it right back up top. Kernan to the middle, off the crossbar. Good look, as all alone was Dan Littner. Littner, of course, the only goal scorer so far in this 1-0 game here on this Tuesday night at the ILA. Big thanks to Dreamcatcher for supporting us all year long and making this stream possible for you, the fans at home. Brooklyn controlling once again. They sent it right to the far side, but that pass was there, and it's going to go all the way back to half. 9 on the shot clock. Mark Matthews danced in, just couldn't get a great shot as Angus Goodleaf made the save. And Frank Brown settles things down. And now Cody Jamieson. Jamieson, the pass to the far side, the shot. Good shoulder save by Higgy. As the loose ball battle behind the net continues, still Eddie Wood's ball. 3 Redmen in there, 2 Chiefs. 15 seconds, killed off the shot clock, so they'll call back in, and the Chiefs take over on possession. The captain, Jamieson, with it here on the near side. Hartzell slipped to the middle, and Fennell just couldn't get a good stick on it, and he'll have to go off as Brooklyn takes over on the crease call. Good chance on a pick and roll by Fennell and Cody Jamieson. Brooklyn now sends right back the deadly 5. Ball swings to the lefties on the far side. Cuts across the shot. Goodleaf well out of his crease to make the stop. But it's picked right back up, and that is Watkinson. Watkinson just trying to find his way into the middle on the turf, but Goodleaf once again shuts the door. A strong start for Angie and net as we've played 6 minutes exactly. 1-0 score for the Brooklyn Redmen. Quick give-and-go pass as the offensive unit comes on for the Six Nations Chiefs. That pass caught a stick. Low, Higgins, nice acrobatic stop to make and controls the rebound. Here's Littner. Littner up top for Matthews, the shot, and he scores. Goodleaf caught in his net, and Mark Matthews makes him pay. It's 2-0 for the Brooklyn Redmen. Not a start if you're the Six Nations Chiefs here at home as Brooklyn comes in and just takes the crowd right out of it. Mark Matthews does what he does best, an outside shot, picks the low right corner of the net, right at the foot of Goodleaf. And he makes it a 2-0 lead. Battle with Dot, peeled out to the near side. McKay gives a good shot, but it's going to be picked up by the Brooklyn Redmen. Peeled back all the way to safety, and they set up. So Littner and Watkinson get the 2 assists. That shot, this time, Goodleaf in much better position out of his crease to make the stop. Here's Storos, Leo Storos, the Kitchener native. The one pass, they have a double seal set, but they can't control it, and now Brooklyn has a fresh clock in their own end. Nations, of course, on top of Brooklyn. 9-8 final score just a week ago at Iroquois Park. So the home-and-home continues. Second part. Six Nations, as I mentioned, trying to find a way to go back into the standings here, get back to that even 500 mark before the world break. Shot off the pad of Angie and right up, but back controlled by the Chiefs. Here's Simpson. Simpson dishes off, and now Jamieson just pulls out. Ten of the shot. Here's Fennell, the shot. That's going to go high and wide. Loose ball right in the crease, picked up, fresh 30 for Six Nations as they pull it out. 11:55 to go. Six Nations still trying to find an answer to beat Higgins. Tried to go to the crease, but that's going to get caught off a stick of a defender, and Higgins just pulls it in and resets. Lindner, east-west across the floor. Oh, good stick. Six Nations, they got numbers back the other way. A 2-on-1 quickly. With it's David Brock, 3-on-1. Now the shot right into the belly pad. And a too many men called in the back. So the first power play of the game coming to the Six Nations Chiefs. So Brooklyn caught with too many men on defense with 11:21 to go in the first. So the power play unit, a deadly power play unit, as they still are awaiting to see who will go serve the penalty. So Ethan Schott serves the bench minor penalty. Jameson plays the top. There's the shot, scores! It only took 9 seconds, and the Chiefs find an answer. It's a 2-1 lead now for the Brooklyn Redmen. Well, we said it was a deadly power play for the Six Nations Chiefs. Jameson running it up top in the quarterback spot. They just simply swung the ball to the right. He's back up top for Jameson, and he makes no mistake, comes right in. So very similar to Matthews' goal. Jameson answers. And now, all of a sudden, it's a one-goal game. Watkinson, he goes off the floor as Jameson gets his third of the season. Once again, back to the Jammer, who's just going to try to find a way to feed that one to the far side. Behind the back pass, almost connects. Huge look. Dances on the crease, stays out. Cross crease pass doesn't work. 5 on the shot clock. That ball's going to pop up. Nations just needs to dump it away. Jameson will send it deep into the far corner. If you're just joining us, 2-1 lead for the Brooklyn Redmen here at the ILA. Second meeting between these two teams in just a matter of weeks. Littner, he had the first goal for Brooklyn. Matthews the second. That attempt, though, right into the belly pad. Goodleaf now found Simpson streaking. They have numbers the other way. They pull it out, though, as Brooklyn was able to get a quick change to catch up. Settling things down. The shot scores! And the Six Nations Chiefs find a way to tie it and make it a 2-2 game. Another outside shot that beat Higgy. This time, Dane Smith. That top shooter position, the best right-handed shooter, arguably for the Six Nations Chief, Dane Smith. And now we're back even at 2. Clean draw win for Brooklyn as Mitch McMichael, and that's his 14th goal for Dane Smith. Randy Stotts and Kyle Jackson get the assists. 14th goal. Team leading for the Chiefs is now Thompson. Here's Jerome Thompson. He picks it off. Spins towards the net, though. Peels out. 20 on the shot clock. Back pedals to one of the restraining lines. Thompson now, the shot. Tried to beat him low again, but that's going to go just wide. caught in the air off by Corbeil. Corbeil now to O'Connor. O'Connor, they go with the hidden ball trick, but Littner's got it right here. Here's Dan Littner. Littner across to Matthews, the shot. Caught a piece of the goaltender. And Goodleaf settles back at his crease as Mark Matthews gathers it up top. Littner right on the crease, gets pushed by Simpson, but a crease call. Stretch pass, once bounced off the turf. Through Bell, and now he goes off for the change. Jamison down low to the corner for Dane Smith. Smith, the shot, scores once again. His 15th goal, second tonight. Just a quick rip, top corner to make it a 3-2 lead. Quick transition goal for the Chiefs. All started with the crease call. Bell up the floor off the turf. Found Jamison, and a good vision for Jamison to see Smith already down low. He just comes around, beats Zach Higgins right through his jersey. Caught a piece of it, but not enough. Top corner shot. Chiefs starting to roll now here with 8:05 remaining in the opening period. Jamison, that pass was intended to go to the middle, but it's picked off. And now a minor delayed penalty coming against the Six Nations Chiefs. It's going to be a slash. So Cody Jamison heads off. Minor penalty for slashing and now he takes an unsportsmanlike penalty going off. So now it's a 4-minute power play for the Brooklyn Redmen. Matthews up top. So a 4-minute big man advantage. Matthews to Curtis Knight. Off the defenseman. And that'll go all the way back to half. Picked up by Matthews. 13 on the shot clock. Matthews to the lefties. Now back to Knight. Right on the crease. But Goodleaf says no. Here's Tyson Bell. Tyson Bell and the Rag team goes to work. Randy Stotts just trying to find some open room. Swings it across. Dane Smith. Right in the crease. They'll get a shot opportunity off the crossbar, but the rebound controlled by Brooklyn. Here's Derek. Derek just dishes off. Now to Dan Littner. Power play unit comes on as Mark Matthews joins them. Matthews and Knight play catch. Knight finds an open spot in the middle. Matthews pulls the trigger, though, but a good block. There's a shot. Goodleaf makes the stop right off the glass, and it'll ring right around the boards up top. Six Nations tightens up the box once again. Astoros tries to take a swing in the corner. Now through Curtis Knight, down low to Littner. Shot, good stop by Goodleaf as Six Nations stays really firm in the box formation on the PK to keep the shots coming from the outside. And Angus Goodleaf shuts the door. Now Jackson. Just under 6 to play in the opening frame. 3-2 Six Nations after it was a 2-0 Brooklyn lead rather early in the contest. Jackson just trying to kill the clock, running to his offside. Outside shot. Good bouncer to get a reset. Loose ball still battled for, as that's Fennell. Eric Fennell taking a beating, going through 3 guys, but it will be pulled out by the Brooklyn Redmen. Power play, still have a minute and a half to go in the box for the Chiefs. It's Jamison. A 2-minute slash and a 2-minute unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Knight once again goes through Matthews, now to the lefties on the far side. Up top for Littner. Matthews just takes a light chop off the back wall. Matthews going to the bench. Race for it, but it'll be awarded to the Chiefs as they've been able to kill off 2 minute and 52nd of this 4-minute penalty. Smith now. Down low to Durston. Durston spins to the middle. Fakes once again. 2 Brooklyn Redmen all over him. The shot, what a stop by Higgins. But off his pad and out of play, so a full 30 for the Chiefs. Stotts on with Dane Smith, Jackson, and Durston. Back over to Smith. Smith down low to the far corner. As they really spread the floor here, trying to rag another 39 seconds to get the captain Jamison out of the box. That shot all over him, off the crossbar, and out of play, so the Chiefs regain possession once again. 29 left to kill on the penalty to Jamison. Right back up top, here's Durston. Durston been on for almost 2 minutes straight now. Dane Smith, that's off the stick of the defender. 5 in the shot clock. So the penalty will expire. Jamison's out of the box. Only a few shots to show on that 4-minute. Huge kill by the Chiefs. With it's McMichael. Kernan up top, doesn't get it. Now Littner the shot, near side. And the Chiefs pull out. Chiefs with some speed through the middle. McKay now to the near side, scores! Beautiful transition goal. And it's 4-2. The lead is doubled as it's the 4th straight goal by the Chiefs. So just like that, Chiefs have found some rhythm, a huge kill, and now a quick transition goal. Stotts, and Blue stepped over the line. Stotts from McKay and Bell, I believe, on the goal. No, excuse me. So Stotts on the goal, and it should be 44, Simpson and McKay. So they gave the second assist to Fennell. We'll see if that changes or not. 5 on the clock. Now to the far side. Matthews the shot into the stick, but a fresh clock for the Brooklyn Redmen. Brooklyn trying to find an answer. Littner all the way across to Mark Matthews. Riley O'Connor pops out, but Matthews elects to run to the middle and take the shot. Here's McKay. McKay, what a stretch pass just out of the reach of Brown. So a quick turnover now, and the Brooklyn Redmen will try to find an answer. We're late in the first period, 2 minutes, 8 seconds. Left is here Shanks. Austin Shanks through Riley O'Connor to the far side of the lefties. Nations now trying to just kill off the last 2 minutes. Shanks into the middle. That shot's high and wide. Picked up by Simpson as he elects to go behind the net and bring things up off bench side. Jackson now to Dane Smith. Smith all over him was 22 in Darroch. That pass intercepted. Numbers back the other way for Brooklyn. Here is Derrick. Derrick now up top for Littner off the bench. Littner the shot. That's going to go high and wide. And that'll allow a full change with $1:15 remaining in the opening period. Good spin move by Littner. to the middle, behind the back shot, wide. Rebound control, though, good stop by Goodleaf. And he allows David Brock to pick it up at his own crease. So 60 seconds left in the opening period, 4-2 Chiefs. As here's Jamison. Jamison for Fennell. Outside shot, pulled right back in by Higgins. He looks up the floor. One bounce, two bounce, just out of the reach of the Redmen's Matt Hosick. .30 seconds left in the opening period. Smith drives his guy high. They come right around the top once again. And a penalty. It'll be a holding call against the Brooklyn Redmen. So a power play coming with 15.4 to go in the first. Penalized player heading off for the Brooklyn Redmen, I believe, is Hosick. Nope. It is, yes, excuse me. Hosick off for the hold. Shot clock, of course, turned off. Just a few seconds left, and they'll get nothing from it. So at the end of the first period, it's 4-2 for the Six Nations Pro-Fit Chiefs. They'll have a power play for 1:45 when we return for the second period. We'll get the shots from our public address announcer, Rod Mahood. So Brooklyn, 22 shots in the opening period. The Chiefs, 15. We'll step aside. You're watching live action here from the ILA, brought to you by the Dreamcatcher Foundation, our great partner here with the Six Nations Pro-Fit Chiefs lacrosse team. Well, the score at the end of one period of play, it was the Chiefs 4 and the Brooklyn Redmen 2. Thanks for joining us here at the ILA, wherever you're watching this from around the world. Spencer Tangway and Daryl Smart here to bring you today's live action of MSL Lacrosse, Brooklyn and the Chiefs, brought to you by the Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundations, our great partners all year long here with Six Nations Pro-Fit Chiefs Lacrosse. Jackson just trying to pull it up, has Jamison up top to the crease. What a stop by Higgins. Gets his foot on it right in the crease. And now Dane Smith up top. They go right back at him again. That's going to go off the stick. I believe a Hosack. And it'll be controlled by Smith. 20 on the shot clock. Here's Dane Smith. Inches his way closer. Back to him now. Walks in a little closer. Oh, what a stop! As it got behind Higgins, but then pulled out by the stick of Rubish. Brooklyn and Hosack in the box. A minor penalty for holding with 36 seconds remaining. That happened with only 15 to go in the first period. So the Chiefs started with the power play. That's going to go wide of the net. And right into the timer's bench. Show a shot clock. We'll give Six Nations back the ball and one last chance on this power play. Randy Stotts now plays up top. Point. Craig Point comes up top. Shot, good shoulder save. And that'll just be pulled out. Craig Point will get it, and that will be the it for the power play. So we're back to 5-on-5 lacrosse. Here's Randy Stotts. Stotts, sidearm shot is just going to be controlled by Higgins. Higgins up the floor, and that'll find Watkinson. Bounce pass, a finesse pass doesn't work. That's going to be controlled by Goodleaf, and the Chiefs come back the other way. With the ball's Bomberry. $17:20 to go, opening period. Brooklyn with possession down low on the far side. Trying to find an answer. They only have those 2 goals coming from Littner and Matthews. Here is Mark Matthews now. That shot gets deflected, so the Chiefs take over. Littner scored real early, and then Matthews answered back to make it a 2-0 lead about 3 minutes later. Nothing since, though. That pass was intended for Jamison on the far side. Going to be controlled now by the Chiefs with Point. Cycling it up top, back to Cody Jamison. Back to Point. Point winds and fires. That one had eyes for the top corner, but it won't touch, so it'll go all the way back. Goodleaf out of his net, pressure. Fires it down, and that'll be picked off and sped up the floor by Watkinson. Watkinson sends that one to Littner on the far side. Matthews up top. Matthews down low to the near side. 20 on the shot clock. Littner just tried to pull the trigger, but he elects to go back to Matthews. Matthews to Knight to the middle. That doesn't work. Picked up by Keenan. And good pressure once again by the Chiefs, and that'll be a turnover. And with speed comes Simpson. Simpson to the bench side. Likes to hold up and settle things down. 15:50 to go here in the opening, in second period rather. Stotts pulls it back to Smith. Smith to the middle. Good look, and keeps it out. Jackson in the middle. A backhand shovel pass. Got that one by the goaltender Higgins, but just couldn't keep it out. Here's 15, Keenan. Keenan avoided the pressure, ducks under, but the stick gets caught. That's Dane Smith. Smith just can't scoop it, shoveled it right ahead of the official, Mark Thompson. But that'll be good enough for a shot clock violation, and the Chiefs will pick it up. Chiefs, by the way, if you're just somewhat joining the MSL and taking a look at the standings, sit 3-4 heading into tonight's game. Rather slow start for Six Nations, and now they find they've gotten some troops back and found a little bit of rhythm. So that's off the pad. Brooklyn out to a really strong start. They were the last undefeated team after beating Oakville just a few weeks ago. But they've dropped a few decisions since. One of those to the hands of the Chiefs. Here's Suttons. Suttons to Matthews. Matthews into the middle, but Knight couldn't control, and now the Chiefs pick it up. Oh! Tried to get that one to Jerome Thompson, but he couldn't control, and now the turnover keeps the offensive 5 on the floor for the Redmen. Here's Knight down low, Littner all the way across to Mark Matthews. Matthews, the shot. Tried to go 5-hole, but Goodleaf smothers that up. Outlet pass to Brock, and his stomach controls. David Brock, one of the veteran guys in this roster, been here a long time for the Chiefs. Stott sends it over to the far side. Back to Smith. Smith. Good pick and roll game. That one goes over the net. Jamison. Good look by Fennell to just get that one on the net. And now Brooklyn pushes the ball, but no numbers, so they'll settle and let the offensive unit come on. Good stop. As Riley O'Connor tried to beat that far side. Simpson. He goes low on Hosack. Bomberry just pushes that one up to Powless. Powless now trying to slip to the middle. Powless to the far side for Fennell, the shot. Caught a piece of it, and Fennell just runs all the way to the far side, picks up the Lucy, and settles things down. Good pickup by Eric Fennell. Jackson bumps his man, trying to open up into the middle. Off the bench they come, swinging now to Powless. Powless back to the far side. That shot doesn't work. Fennell all over the defender, and that'll cause the ball to pop out, and they'll get a fresh 30 right on the crease. Fennell, pushed from behind. No call. And an injured player down for the Redmen. Can't see the number, but we'll try to get the number for you and see who is down. But with 12:22 remaining in the second period, it's still a 4-2 lead. So the trainer out now looking, rolling him over. Never good to see a player go down. So Matt Hosack is the player down. We'll keep an eye on 6 White. Hosack very tenderly going off the floor and right into the tunnel to the locker room. So we'll have a face-off at center. Jeremy Thompson just trying to pull that one out for the Chiefs. And he gets the ball back to Brock. And Brock will shovel all the one way back. And they'll set up on a fresh 30 rather. Shot kicked out. And it's a foot race for it. Goodleaf's going to come out, heads up. As that behind the back pass doesn't work. Good pressure, though, by Watkinson to force Goodleaf to make that errant pass. Faked a couple times. Thurston gave him a shot from the back. And now Hosack back the other way. Hosack pulls it out with 11:30 remaining here in the second frame. 4-2 Chiefs. Been a very quiet offensively night for the Chiefs, for the both teams rather, but Brooklyn not found a way to get inside as once again Goodleaf stands tall and shuts the door. Goodleaf now pushes the floor through Simpson. Here's Simpson to the crease. Good stop. As that will be back in as the ball popped out. So the Chiefs will pull it out with Jamison starting with it down low. Now to Dane Smith. Back over, he gets it. Only guy here on the near side, twist into the middle. And now he'll slow to get up, but Brooklyn back the other way. Smith showing that he's not just an outside shot. He's got 2 goals from the outside tonight, both coming from his famous shooting position. Now on the floor, here's O'Connor. O'Connor to the far side. He goes off for the change. Oh, that could have been a pretty cross-crease goal. 3 on the shot clock dancing in. But they couldn't pull the trigger. Loose ball sent back to half. No 30 reset, though. That's a good shoulder stop by Higgins. Randy Stotts trying to find the loose ball. Picked up by Brooklyn. And with speeds, McSpadgen. So a fresh clock for Brooklyn here. Under the halfway point to go in tonight's game. 9:30 remaining. Spencer Tangway, Daryl Smart here running the camera. For tonight's Chiefs crew, bringing you live MSL action. Chiefs and the Brooklyn Redmen. Huge game in terms of standings. That ball pops right out. The second meeting between these two teams in a matter of weeks. First time here at the ILA. Good transition game for the Chiefs. Behind the back shot. Good shoulder save by Higgy. Here's Ethan Schott. Schott just simply passed that one up. Sorichetti wears number 37 for the white and blue. Ryan Keenan. Up shot for Littner, who flying it fired. But now that's going to be right to David Brock. Brock, the shot, tried to go top left, but it was the right shoulder save by Higgy. Rebound controlled and picked up by Graham Hosack. Matt Hosack went off. We'll try to see if we can get an injury update on him. Went down a few minutes ago in the crease. Walked tenderly off, but we haven't heard anything and haven't seen Hosack back on the floor. Possession called and awarded right back to the Brooklyn Redmen on the minor interference call. Only just a few penalties so far to today's game as well. They swing it through Matthews to the crease. Off the goal post. And now they'll settle things down. Tyson Bell. One of the few new additions to the lineup this year for the Six Nations Chiefs, coming from the Calgary Roughnecks. Only just about a 45-minute drive, though, for Tyson Bell, coming from his hometown in St. Catharines. Pushing the floor now are the Redmen. Send to the turf, but he's quick to get back up to his feet. The shot's going to go wide. That was out of the stick of Austin Shanks. Foot race for it now. Brown takes a shot, but it's going to be picked up with only 5 on the clock. Right on net into the stick of Goodleaf. Penalty coming, and it's a trip against the Chiefs. So the ball is going to get turned over, and a power play awarded to the Brooklyn Redmen with 6:49 left to play, period number 2. Just a hard seal, and he ended up tripping him up. So Jackson off for tripping. Will give a much-needed power play for the Brooklyn Redmen, trying to find a way back into it. 4-2 the score. Matthews up top. And, of course, they go with the strong left with Matthews running the quarterback up top. Shot, good stop. Fresh 30s, the rebound's picked up off the crossbar. Goodleaf sliding across. And now they'll kill, hopefully, a fresh 30 here as David Brock will go off for the change as he outlet passes. Here's Randy Stotts. Right all over him is Ryan McSpadgen, his son. Stotts got a shot, but it's going to be controlled by McMichael, and he'll just settle things down. So a second look at this power play goes through Knight, down low to Littner. Littner back up to Knight through Mark Matthews. Matthews to the near side. Keenan the shot off the goalpost. But the Chiefs pick it up, and they have numbers the other way. Now a 2-on-0. Simpson across the crease. Good stop by Higgy to get the right shoulder up. And now Matthews will get some help. Here's Shanks. Down low to the crease. 20 on the shot clock. They'll pull it out. As Matthews will slowly walk back into the offensive zone. Shanks jumps on the floor. Number 11, White. Right on the crease. Coming in was Knight, but beautiful stop. Read it like a book. And now, once again, a good transition game for Six Nations allows this penalty kill to continue. 7 seconds left in the minor penalty to Jackson for tripping. Dane Smith comes on. Smith just takes that bump and uses it as an advantage from Darroch. Picked up now by Darroch, and he's got some speed. Now to Littner, the shot scores. Rebound control by Darroch, he picks it up, runs up the floor, and Dan Littner, with a lot of time and space, makes it a 4-3 game. That's not a power play goal, though, as Jackson was out of the box. So it's a 1-goal lead for the Chiefs. Littner, his second in tonight's game. Derek will pick up the assist. Looking for an answer. Face-off was won by the Redmen. Shanks taking a beating there by Simpson. Shot off the crossbar, and that's going to go all the way back 200 feet as Higgins is out of his net to get the fresh clock. Swings into the far side, trying to find that fourth goal that'll even it up at 4. Matthews, that one got away from him and goes all the way to the far side, picked up by Kiernan. Knight, rather, not Kiernan. So the shot clock siren sounds, and the Chiefs have the ball over half. Bomberry sneaks in his way into the middle. Short side attempt doesn't go. Picked up by Brooklyn, and now they have speed. Here's McSpadgen. 3-on-2 for the Redmen rather. The shot, that's wide. And now Thompson quickly up the floor, finds Simpson. Simpson uses his speed to his advantage to push these Chiefs night in and night out. The transition game, a huge part of why the Chiefs have this 4-3 lead. Through Fennell on the far side. That shot off the turf. The bouncer tried to go far side, but it's into the stands. So McMichael pushes the floor. That's going to be easily intercepted, though, by Dane Smith. Dane Smith, he's got 2 tonight as well. Through Stotts. Back up top for Dane Smith. Off the bench. That shot right into the stick of Higgins as he'll control. Quick period, only 2:20 to go here in the second frame. And only the 1 goal to show for it, and it belongs to Brooklyn. Littner, that man has it. Fresh 30 picked up, Matthews. Dane Smith all over him. Excuse me, that was Watkinson. Now to Dane Smith. Smith, he takes the shot off the toe of Higgins and out of play. Just under 120 seconds. Nation starts off with it. And they come across the top for Craig Point. Point uses the 2-man game to his advantage. Spins to the near side. Now to the middle. To Jamison. Jamison still trying to wind up fire. Good pass. Stott scores. Point found Jamison. Jamison with patience comes across to the wrong side of the floor, but a beauty behind the back pass to Randy Stotts. And he buries. It's a 5-3 lead. Can do it all with pressure on his offside. Beautiful play by Jamison. Slip away from that pressure and get it behind the back pass through to Stotts. And Randy Stotts makes the pay. So it's only 1-1 now in the second period in goals, but a 5-3 lead. Crucial goal, but here comes Brooklyn the other way. And a good stop by Goodleaf. Here's Bomberry. Brandon Bomberry. Off the turf, Smith. Oh, good stop by Higgins. Corbeil, Chris Corbeil, settle things down as they try to find an answer. We're over a minute to go, but just barely. Here's O'Connor. O'Connor waiting. Kiernan sets him a seal. Ryan Keenan just couldn't get the perfect seal, but they get a shot. But Keenan's got it back up top. Knight works as a pass off the back wall. Keenan picks up the 30 as the game clock with 30.7 left. Shot clock about 26 on the clock. And Brooklyn calls timeout. Huge thank you from the Six Nations Chiefs reaching out to the Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundation. A huge thank you for being a part of all our streams and broadcasts to bring you, the fans, Six Nations Pro Fit Chiefs Lacrosse all season long. Good crowd on hand here at the ILA tonight as the Brooklyn Redmen come in. Just ahead of the Chiefs in the standings, Oakville, Brooklyn, Nations, Peterborough all battling it out in the top 4. Brampton, Cobourg all creeping closer as this MSL season is not like many others. It's becoming a much tighter six-man horse race. Recent scores, Coburg and Oakville tied at 12. Chiefs on top of Brooklyn rather, just a week ago, 9-8. And tonight it's a 5-3 lead for Six Nations. So still anyone's game. So the shot clock will be reset to 27 seconds. Austin Shanks has the ball up top, so it'll be a one-shot situation. Got to expect Matthews, one of the shooters, of course. He's got 2 from the outside tonight. Curtis Knight, Dan Littner, and Keenan, the other player on the floor. 5 to shoot. Shanks, he's just going to run right down the middle. They need to get a shot, and they score just before the buzzer. The siren sound, and Brooklyn found a way to squeak that one through to bring it to a 5-4 Chief lead heading into the locker room, unless we have some face-off miracle with 3.6 to go. Really well executed by Curtis Knight and Austin Shanks. So the play perfectly drew up after the timeout. So 5-4. And that should do it for the end of the second period. And both guys will just concede the face-off, so that will be it for the second period. 5-4 Chiefs lead. What a huge goal for the Redmen, as Curtis Knight squeaked that one through the 5-hole. So, after 2, Six Nations 5, Brooklyn 4. The shots are even. Just a few shots separate these two great teams. Third period action just around the corner. You're watching live MSL Lacrosse, brought to you by the Dreamcatcher Foundation, here from the ILA in Six Nations. Third period action about to begin here as we are underway. Spencer Tangway, Daryl Smart along with you for tonight's MSL action here, brought to you by the Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundation, a great partner of ProFit Chiefs Lacrosse, as it's a 5-4 lead for the Six Nations ProFit Chiefs heading here into the third. Glad you could be with us. We've got viewers all the way from Oklahoma tonight, Ohio, the Bronx, British Columbia, Canada, so many others. We thank you for being a part of ProFit Chiefs Lacrosse and supporting us and supporting our streams. Just glad to bring you free coverage of this great game of lacrosse. That shot, toast saved by Higgins, and that'll be picked up by Kyle Jackson. He'll pull it out and get a fresh 4 bodies on for the Chiefs. Low-scoring game, 5-4 if you're just joining us. It's been back and forth pretty much all night long. Brooklyn started out early with the 2-0 jump, and then four unanswered goals by Six Nations. A couple right back by Brooklyn, and now Six Nations has that 5-4 lead, and that's where we sit here in the third. .17 on the clock. Matthews sends it over to Keenan on the far side. Keenan goes behind the net to Shanks. Shanks tried to just slide that one into the middle, but it's going to be picked up by Six Nations. Bomberry to Bell. He tried to dance that one to the far side, but caught the crease. And it's a turnover, and here comes Brooklyn back the other way. Here's McMichael. Once again, the World Field Championships coming up just a few weeks' time. So these rosters will look even more shuffled around once that comes, as the MSL doesn't take an actual given break for it. Games will continue. That one picked up by Thompson. Thompson, though, is going to give it right back to Curtis Knight, as Knight didn't go for the change. He sagged into the middle and picked that one off. So Curtis Knight, time and room into the middle of the shot, and he scores. Six Nations lost their coverage, and Curtis Knight left wide open to make it a 5-5 game. So good answer from Brooklyn to come back, find the time and space. It was a lousy pass that got picked off by Curtis Knight, and he just did the work. So Littner and Shanks pick up the assist. Bomberry pulls that one out to Bell, and they start to transition game up the floor. Jamison switches hands, shovel pass back to Jackson, who comes in down the middle to the crease. Good stop, fresh clock. Tried to find Jackson once again, who was right on top of the middle crease, but he couldn't control. Halfway point 2 of this MSL season. This is where teams start to find their rhythm and really pour the gas on down the stretch. But this Field World Championship in Israel is going to really throw a wrench in a lot of teams' plans, as that ball will go off the glass right to Goodleaf. Goodleaf now really finding his own presence in the Six Nations net. No Dylan Ward or Brandon Miller from last year's roster, currently on the active roster for Six Nations. So Goodleaf steps up. Now Dane Smith. That pass was intended for Austin Stats. Randy Stats, rather. Caught a piece of Higgins, so it stays Six Nations ball. Durston into the middle. Stotts couldn't control. Now back comes Brooklyn, trying to push and open up their first lead ever since they scored the opening 2 of this game. Now to Shanks. Shanks the shot. Good shoulder save by Angie. Up top, Keenan. Keenan, that's high and wide. Picked up by the Chiefs as they get fresh bodies on. David Brock to the bench side. Up top, they go through Jackson. Jackson now. Finds a lane down the middle. It's stopped by Higgins. Brock trying to pick up the loose ball. And that'll go all the way back to Goodleaf. Jamison sends that one all the way down the floor to Jackson. Jackson, nifty footwork, dance right around the crease. The shot just wide. And that one will simply be picked up by Chris Corbeil. 5 minutes gone, 15 to play. 5-5 your score. Spencer Tangway here on Smart Media and Six Nations Pro Fit Chiefs Lacrosse, brought to you by Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundation, our great friends and great partners to bring you free coverage of Chiefs Lacrosse all season long. Here's Ian McKay, newest member, one of the newest members of the Six Nations Chief roster this season, and a member of Team Canada on the upcoming Worlds. Twist shot, tried to go back short side, doesn't work. McKay's picked up the rebound, though, and he'll pull it all the way back up top. All over him, Hosak. Down low, flip pass back up top. Can't control it, though. Chiefs, now they do for Dane Smith. Smith's got it. Comes over to Jordan Durston. The Buffalo Bandit duo. Loose ball on the turf. They have a couple seconds to shoot. Fennell just trying to find an outlet pass down low, but it doesn't work. So Watkinson has it here as they come on offense. Watkinson trying to find a way to get off. Now the offensive unit sets up with Shanks. Austin Shanks gets it over to the lefties on the far side. Mark Matthews slips down low. 3 on the shot clock. Good pressure by the Chiefs. And they won't get a shot, so a turnover on a shot clock violation gives the ball right back to Six Nations. Connor Kiernan ran out of time for Brooklyn. Is Jamison now. Jamison tried to slip by Rubish. But now it's going to be popped right back for Dane Smith. Dane Smith, 10 on the shot clock. 13 to go in regulation. Smith just got that on net. Light bouncer all the way back up top, though. The rebound controlled by the Chiefs. Off the turf for Cody Jamison. Jamerson, wrong side of the floor, he scores! The last time he ran to the cross on the wrong side of the floor, he found Randy Stotts with a beautiful behind-the-back feed. This time, takes a shot, a bouncer, far side, and he scores. So the Chiefs answer, and they have a 6-5 lead. So I believe that's his fourth point of the night for Cody Jamison. Clean win by McMichael. But as they try to pull it to safety, Six Nations causing havoc, and they bump into each other, and now finally it's Ethan Schott who has it. With speed, that shot got deflected, and it will stay white ball. So the D goes right back on. And now confusion on where the ball will start. It'll start with Dan Littner up top. Referees tonight, Brett Cologne, Mark Thompson. Relatively quiet night for them as they've only called, I think, 3 penalties all game. And only 11 goals combined. That pass intended for Jackson is going to go to a foot race for it now to be picked up by Brooklyn. Darroch. And a penalty coming against the Chiefs. So a power play will be coming for the Brooklyn Redmen. Delayed penalty as the 6th attacker comes on the floor for Brooklyn. Knight Sends that one to Keenan. A moving pick called, though, but a high stick call coming against Thompson. Jerome Thompson, the accused player. So with 11:33 to go, a power play for the Brooklyn Redmen. Well, the Chiefs have already killed off a 4-minute tonight as Jamison earlier in the first period received a slash and an unsportsmanlike at the same time. So now we'll see how the power play does for the second time. Crucial point of the game, 6-5 lead for the Chiefs. That attempt. Now Tyson Bell's got a foot race to get Mark Matthews. Bell wisely pulls it out, though, and will just fake it. Looked like he rolled it all the way back on the floor, but he still got it, being bothered by Keenan the Knight. And now Matthews lets him go all the way up top. Jamison the shot. Good shoulder save, but that one had some backspin on it as the bounced right back into the crease of Higgins, and he'll just use an outlet pass. Already 45 seconds gone to the power play. Here's Curtis Knight up top for Matthews. Matthews to Keenan. Down low, Lindner. He cuts his way to the top. Matthews. Moving pick called. And the Chiefs get lucky. McKay caught that one from Goodleaf to the bench side. Scores! Randy Stotts dances his way. Magic right on the crease. Buries it. Oh, Dane Smith, rather. I thought it was Randy Stotts. Dane Smith, the bright blue shoes I should have known from McKay. And that makes it a 7-5 lead. I don't know how I missed the bright blue shoes he's sporting this year. But tipsy toes right around the crease. A beautiful goal by Dane Smith. Got to ask him about the shoes, though. Bright blue shoes this year for Dane Smith. Sporting the Chiefs colors. It's a fresh look. I like it. So McKay and Goodleaf will get the assist. By the way, a short-handed goal. 16th of the season and third tonight. He had back-to-back goals earlier in the first. Now Bell once again. Bell, though, that time just a little too anxious. Tried to feed that one across. They got to get back 3-on-2. Right on the crease. Goodleaf, though, will make them pay as he picks up the loose ball. 20 left to kill on the minor penalty to Jerome Thompson. Dane Smith, he's got the ball right now, and he's got a hat trick tonight. Jamison. Causing havoc in the middle as Fennell just went back through Smith. Off the goal post, picked up by Durston, back up top for Dane Smith. Under 10 minutes to play here in period number 3. Durston sends it across to the far side. Randy Stotts the shot. Good stop by Higgy. And it'll be possession awarded to the Brooklyn Redmen. Next Chief home game, by the way, in our next webcast will be next Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to join us right back here as the Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundation is bringing you free lacrosse all season long. We're proud to partner with them, and we're proud to provide web coverage of MSL lacrosse. So possession awarded once again on a minor interference call. Keenan slips into the middle. Oh, he beat Goodleaf, but he couldn't beat the goalpost. Goodleaf, once again, able to smother up the rebound and keep it a 2-goal lead. A lot of questions surrounding the Six Nations Chiefs goaltending situation. But Goodleaf really finding a groove in the starter role. Tonight's backup is Warren Hill from the Six Nations Rivermen. Back up on the other side of the floor is Ryan Schutzkowski, as Higgy has played every single minute so far of the 2018 season for the Redmen. O'Connor dishes that one off, a bounce pass to Matthews. Mark Matthews. Back to O'Connor. Now Matthews widens and fires well outside, and that'll be controlled by Jamieson, and now to Simpson, and they'll start up the floor. 7:25 left to play, period number 3. Dane Smith. Smith to Fennell. Now to the far side. Stotts into the middle. Shot, good stop. To Hurston. Sends that one to Stotts, back down, and they around the horn all the way to the near corner. Fennell. Eric Fennell, big pickup, part of the Rochester Nighthawks organization. Just short this year in the Champions Cup. And that'll come all the way back. So a fresh 30. They'll allow Thurston to wait. Kill a lot of clock here. And now picked up by Durston. He's going to go off for a change. Fresh body coming on for the Chiefs, and that's Jackson. Up top, pass. Out of the reach. Goodleaf coming well out of his net, though. 10 on the clock. Goodleaf throws it all the way down off the glass. Almost worked. But now it's back at half. Shanks to the middle. Cut through the crease, though, but the ball's picked up by the Chiefs. Here's Ian McKay. Very back and forth game now. A couple sloppy plays that has resulted in a transition game and a transition attempt for both teams. Outside shot, scores! Cody Jamieson buries from 40 feet out to make it an 8-5 lead. Higgy wants that one back. He caught almost 100% of the ball right through him. Jamieson was just trying to get that one on net to get a reset, but we'll take it. So Jamieson picks up, I believe, his third of the night to make 8-5. One of those goals that Higgins doesn't really know what happened. And the public address announcer, Rod Mahood, yes, confirms his third of the night and fifth of the 2018 season. So Jamieson with 3 and Dane Smith with 3. So Bunbury and McKay pick up the apples. Dane Smith. Now to Durston. He just couldn't find the short side high. Picked up by Corbeil. And Corbeil outlet pass to the near side for McMichael. Now Watkinson. Running out of time are the Redmen. 5 minutes to go here in the third. Goals are hard to come by, as Goodleaf and Higgins playing well. Lindner got bumped in the middle, as Kernan just couldn't get a good shot attempt. And the shot clock will sound and the Chiefs take over. Once again, another quick reminder, be sure to join us next Tuesday night. Home nights for the Chiefs, and a great time to tune into Smart Media. Big thank you to Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundations, our major sponsor, and the power behind these free webcasts of Chiefs Lacrosse. That outside shot, though, gets controlled by the Redmen, as Higgins got an arm on it. Good pressure. Thompson gets bumped up. Shanks. Good stop, a good leaf, but they score. No, he's caught in the crease. It was Shanks who was caught in the crease, so the Chiefs get lucky as Keenan put one past Goodleaf, but they get it taken away. Now, Brent Smith, Now to the near side, they go through Jamison, back to Dane Smith on his proper side. Picked off. And Brooklyn will try to find an answer here. We'll watch the goaltender and see if they go with the sixth attack there shortly. Here's O'Connor. O'Connor to Matthews. That was Littner. Behind the back attempt, well wide. Matthews, near half, trying to get that one on the net. O'Connor. Now it's Kernan, the shot, but the shot clock sounds, and the Chiefs pick up. Here's Bunbury. They go through Durston now to Jamison. 3 goals for Cody Jamison tonight. He's got 5 on the season. Dane Smith, also a huge night. 3 goals, and he's got 16 now on the season. Good outlet pass, finds McSpadgen. Goaltender's out. We got 6 on 5 for the Redmen. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the third. Knight sends that one over to Keenan. Shanks setting a seal in the middle. Now to the crease. What a play! Just couldn't pull the triggers. The pass was wide. Six Nations out-muscles the loose ball battle and finds Tyson Bell as an outlet, and he'll slowly bring it over center. Jackson, no players on the floor in the offense so far for the Chiefs as they're just trying to kill the clock. Jackson directing players and directing traffic. 2-man game with Tyson Bell. 5 on the clock. Now to Bell. And he'll just leave it in the corner and get the D back on the floor. Under 2 to play. 8-5. Higgins back to the bench. Brooklyn going with 6 straight away. Curtis Knight with the ball. Curtis Knight to Matthews. Back to Knight. Shanks plays the middle spot. That pass was intended for him. It's a foot race now, though. Jackson. Oh, no, it's O'Connor, rather. Ethan O'Connor. 73, not 77. Missed the empty net. And now here's Leo Storos. Storos just trying to get away from Knight. Knight, couple chops, gets away. Dane Smith, down the middle. Won't shoot, though, and he'll kill the clock. And that'll bring us under 60 seconds to play. So with 59.8 to go, timeout Brooklyn, down by 3. Brampton here next week on Tuesday night, where you could catch that game right here on Smart Media, official home of all webcast Chiefs lacrosse games, brought to you by and powered by the Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundation. Glad you can be a part of this one. I mentioned earlier, viewers all the way in Oklahoma, Ohio, New York. Scary situation reported right now at JFK Airport. So we wish nothing but the best for all the men in uniform and men and women protecting our great people out and fans out in the New York area. And of course, British Columbia. A lot of viewers tuning in from all over the country, as it's an honor to bring you Pro Fit Chiefs lacrosse year in and year out here on Smart Media. So the teams are back on the floor. The timeout is over. 6 attackers right away. They switch it up a little bit, though, with Shanks up top. Good stop. Right away they go down the middle. But now the stretch pass, Bell didn't know it was coming. And they'll give it right back. 43 left to play in regulation time. Knight. Jogging over center. Back to Curtis Knight. Through Shanks. Matthews thought he was going to shoot, but he goes behind the back to Keenan. But they just couldn't find it. Littner picks up the rebound. Tyson Bell all over him. Tyson Bell has the ball. That should pretty much do it, as we're only have 20 on the clock. Ethan O'Connor gets sent to the turf, but David Brock picks up the Lucy. And the game clock
will run out before the shot clock does. And all they need to do is hold on to the ball. Brock sends it 200 feet. Tyson Bell couldn't hang on, but that will do it. So the total shots tonight, 54-49 in favor of the visiting Brooklyn Redmen. The score, though, 8-5 in favor of the Chiefs. So a huge 2 points for the Six Nations Chiefs, which makes the top four even tighter now as Brooklyn drops back-to-back games to the Chiefs. Brampton here next week. Of course, that big trade between Brampton and Cobourg not that long ago. Roster's shaping up a little bit differently here in the MSL. And don't forget the World Field Championships coming up in Israel. Be sure to catch as much of that as possible, as it's the top countries in the world battling it out on the top stage in field lacrosse. And a lot of these players you just watched tonight will be there. So the MSL will look a lot different. So the final score, once again, the Chiefs 8 and the Brooklyn Redmen 5. On behalf of everybody here at Smart Media and the Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundation and the Six Nations Pro Fit Chiefs, I'm Spencer Tangway signing off for tonight. Final score, the Chiefs 8 and the Redmen 5.